Hello, my friends. Welcome in. It's the end of year 7. I'm excited to see if we've had any transfer moves or any loan moves. If you remember from last episode, we had some players that needed to get out. We had a keeper at the Liverpool under 23s making 10 grand a week, which I'm sure is fantastic. But we needed him to move on. Before we get to our players, I do have 2 more shout outs. The support on the channel has been unbelievable. Kyle Smith and Mr. Wayne Locke, who joined the Discord as well and said that he preferred to go by Locke. So thank you, Locke and Kyle, for your support coming in at the second tier of the Patreon pledges. That actually gets us up to 45 for the month. If we end February with 45, that will be the highest amount of patronage I've ever had. So I just want to say thanks. And even if you're not a patron, if you are liking and sharing and commenting on this video, thank you for that as well. If you're interested in becoming a patron, it's a way of supporting the channel financially. You can check out the link below. And now, my friends, that we've gone through that, yeah, let's go do it. Let's look at our first player. One of the players has left Gregg Baxter. One of the players. We've got Juan, Grant, Jordan, Jonathan, Mike, Paul, Aisel, Ozkatan, Marcus From, Danny Dobson. Who are we missing? Oh no, it's Andrew C. It's Andrew C. Does that mean he's gone? He just had a contract. Or did he get frustrated because he was like stuck in Malaysia? Oh, we gotta look at that first. Here, let's look at it first. Okay, he's still in the game. Andrew C is gonna be our first player, but he has left Gregg Baxter. I can't believe it. 2.2K. He's a key player. 74K contract. When did he sign it? He just signed a new deal with a loyalty bonus of $87.50 and a minimum release clause for foreign clubs of 135 grand, 2,200 a week. He's up to 28 caps and 3 goals for the Malaysian team, the national team. Okay, we're gonna look to see who his agent is. Oh, Greg's not gonna be happy. He's not gonna be happy, my friends. Right, last year, he already had 3 starts and a sub and on a 6-7-7. Now 11 cup. I mean, that's incredible, right? 11 cup starts and a sub on 2 goals and assists on a 6-7-1, and then I don't think it's 19 international caps in 1 season. I think that's combining several seasons because he had a couple seasons where that he just didn't play. Thus far this season. Okay, so that I don't know the Malaysian league. It appears to be a calendar league, right? I mean, I guess we could go look. But 11 starts, 3 subs, 2 goals, 2 assists on a 6-7-2. 6 cup starts with 2 assists on a 6-7-7. A continental start and sub on a 6.5, no comment. And 9 international starts with 2 assists on a 6-7-3. Let's just go look at the schedule. Oh, they are dominating, my friends. Goodness. So he's had what, 11 starts and 3 subs? That's what, 14 out of 18 possible? Okay. Right. I'm just curious as to last season. Why was he okay, that makes sense. So he signed last season, like what, May or June or whatever. And so he got in as many games as he could, and then it was all cups. I'm sure we're gonna get an education in the comments as to why that is. But that okay, because I was wondering, like, well, how did he have so many cup starts if they only used him in the league, right? But that apparently is why. So did he have an injury that kept him out? Minor injury, 7 days. Okay, no, yeah, okay, pulled groin and then a pulled thigh, 9 days. So that probably accounts for the 4 games thus far that he's missed. Minor twisted knee. Okay, all right. This player's form is saying track, but no data is available. Well, I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. That's curious. So it's not going to show us this form, even though we have the league loaded. Okay, I guess what we'll look at instead. He has no agent. Would that be in his milestones? I actually don't know. Okay, 20. I mean, they won the Sultan Haji Ahmad Shah Cup. He was named the Malaysian Seasonal Best 11. They won the league last year, and the Piala FA Malaysia. Is that like the FA Cup? Is what it looks like. He was inducted in the Malaysia overall Best 11. And okay, first international goal, that was 2023. So it's not going to show like left agent, I guess. Okay, let's go take a look at Malaysia. He's, I mean, they're up to 142nd. We were back here, you can't see it behind me. It's 168th. So pretty good jump, right? He is their key player. Okay, Vietnam with a 1-1. He played a 6.7. Asian Cup Quals Group B played a 7.1. Let's just look at how this is going. Okay, they are currently top of the group based on goal differential, but it's a tight race. It's anybody's game, right? To get those top two of the Asian Nations Cup qualifying. And then last season, something Suzuki Cup, SEA Championship 2024, Southeast Asia Championship. I was honestly, when I saw SEA, I was like, Dota, like Dota 2. If you play Dota 2, that's one of the regions, right? And so, okay, but they, I didn't really. I left the bad news up there long enough. I guess you figured that out, and then that's. I mean, we're not gonna look to see if you played in every single one of those games, but I'm not sure, to be completely honest with you, why it's not tracking his form. Is it because I wonder if it's because the game is like it doesn't know what to do. It's like he dropped out of like the playing part of the database, and now he's back, and it's like I don't know what to do with Andrew C. But Andrew and Gregg, let us know in the comments, man. What happened? What happened between you two? What is it? Because you couldn't get out of Malaysia, Andrew? Let us know. Next player. Next up, it's Juan. He's still with Hoffenheim, but he's wanted. I think his attributes. Have they increased? I was starting to think they've increased because I saw the dark green here on the first touch in the heading, but now I'm not as convinced. Werder Bremen, Wolfsburg, and Real Sociedad wants a chance in the first team. He's on a first team contract, and they're not using him. That is not a good indication of how last season went. 11 starts, 8 subs, 4 goals, 6.79. Not great, not terrible. A cup start on a 6.2. A continental start and 4 subs on a 6.7. Okay, and an international set of games, and 9 games with a sub as well. 2 goals and assists on a 6.79. I mean, that's pretty good, I'd say, for Chile. Okay, looking at the form here. Right. Kind of definitely hit or miss. And they've used him in both roles, attacking midfield and striker. Okay, let's take a look at Chile. Oh, they had a bit of a run where he was the attacking midfielder, and now he's back to playing striker. That's kind of curious. He got 8.5 against Montenegro. I guess you'd expect that as much from the Chilean national team. And 7.0 against Paraguay. Any other outstanding or terrible? Okay, he had a 6.2 against Ecuador and a full 90. Ooh, that's pretty rough. But did we already know that? No, that was this season. So he's added what? Another 8 or 9 total appearances? Something like that. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's always confusing me. 12 plus 8 is 20, but you have to count the 12. So it's 9 appearances. So he's doing okay. I would say. Any significant injuries? No, he's been, knock on wood, injury-free for 2 seasons. But it's curious, right? Is he actually going to get a chance in the first team, or are they going to sell him? He doesn't have a loan transfer set, or loan or transfer set. 63 million euros is the minimum release cost for clubs in the Champions League. So if it's outside of the Champions League, they don't have to pay that, right? So, can one team sign him and then sell him to a Champions League team? Like, could crafty agents get involved or something like that? Like, hey, you don't want to pay 630 million? We'll buy him for 10 million or 15 million, and you double it, and then we're good, and we'll just sell him within the next week. Right? Cool. Runs with the ball through the center, places a shot, curls ball, likes to switch ball to the other flank. I mean, he's still getting international appearances, and he did play in the Bundesliga. Like, MLS to Bundesliga kind of settled in, but now it's like, will they keep him? And like, he's on a first-team contract, which this contract was signed in January. So will they actually start playing him in the first team, or will he say like, no, seriously, I want out because I'm ambitious and I've got a good agent? We'll find out next time. Let me know what you think. Next player. Yes, my friends, it's Grant Corrigan. We're still with Rangers. Key player contract, 2.6 million, wanted by a bunch of teams. Okay. England and Spain and Sassuolo. Is that where he went on loan? No, that's somebody else. So paths crossing, as it were. Right. 30 starts, 3 subs. That's a bit of a drop. I wonder if, or no, he was 28 and 9. It's a drop of total appearances from, what is that, 37 to 33, but more starts with the goal, 6 assists and a 6.73. 3 cup starts on a 7.7, or 7.17, I should say. Continental, 9 starts on a 6.68, and international, 7 starts, 2 subs on a 6.66. Not exactly lighting it up. Overall, looks all right. Was he 17 acceleration and agility? I don't remember. Gets forward whenever possible as a defensive midfielder, which is curious. But again, are they playing him there? The media describes him as a defensive mid, but he has been playing in the midfield center role, right? So it could be on defend, but that's not a defensive midfielder, right? Knocks ball past opponent, avoids using weaker foot. I could be wrong. If you play midfield, like the MCD role, would it count you as in the media as a defensive midfielder, or is that only for actual defensive midfielders? Let's look at the form here. See, this is what I'm talking about. All midfield center. So if he's on the defend duty, does that make him a defensive midfielder in the media's eyes? That would make sense. Like if they play a 4-4-2 or whatever, 4-2-3-1, and he's the defensive-ish midfielder. But I've rambled on about that long enough. Someone will leave a comment. Right. So going all right, got injured and then was out. It could be tied to the injury. Doesn't say he was in light training or anything like that. 7.2 against St. Johnstone. 6.3 against Aberdeen. Not exactly what you're looking for. Got an assist against Hibernian. And 7.0 again. Oh no, that's against Wraith. I missed the St. Johnstone. Okay, and then Scotland. Okay, still getting... Okay, he added another 10 appearances. Slovenia 6.8, 6.7. Ireland with a 7.2 and an assist. We will have to see if they played each other. I didn't look at the Chilean national team, did I? Guess we should go do that. 6.3 against Ireland again. Are they in the same Nations League group? That's my first guess, which would be kind of interesting. Let's go look at the injuries. Tight calf. Okay, nothing. He had a bunch of like knocks, right? Or that was, I guess, over a year ago. But pulled ab muscle. He's out for 2 weeks. Tight groin, tight hamstring, tight thigh, tight calf. Mate, you're stretching. Great, you gotta do stretching, mate. You gotta stretch things out. 18 on decision making. That's got to be the first time we've seen that in Vision. I could be wrong, but wants to move to a bigger club. I mean, to be fair, Rangers, right? You picked him up for 55 grand from Sterling Albion. He's worth 2.6 million. He's given you a good run. How did Rangers do? Second again. How many points are they off? I'm starting to wonder about this, right? Oh, 15 points. 35 points. 27 points. 21 points. Okay, that's just freaking crazy. So right. Okay. Scotland got to the heady heights of 33rd and dropped to 59th. He is still not listed as one of their, he's not a captain, vice captain, key player. He's not a top player. World Cup call. Okay, where did they play Ireland? Nations League C Group 2. Uh-oh. Ireland going up. Scotland staying put. Ireland on 16 points. Okay, let's go see. Did they play each other? Who's our other player? I can't remember any. It's Oskatan, right? Okay. I'm not seeing his name. Corrigan on a 6.3, sir. Here? No. So we had a chance, and it did not happen, my friends. Let me know. He's not listed, but he's said he wants to go, and I'm guessing he's talking in the media. By now, he knows enough media contacts in Scotland. And so will he make a move? And if so, do you think it's one of those clubs? Let's go look at the Chilean national team. Sorry, my friends. I meant no disrespect. So they've gone from 12th down to, all the way to 43rd. And they bounced back to 36th. My goodness. Let's see. Juan did play against Montenegro. That was a friendly. Fair enough. CONMEBOL World Cup qualifiers. Is he playing? Yes. Okay. So he's a starter is what that looks like. Now that looks like a substitute. Oh, that's down up there. That looks like a start. Okay, he is in the starting for World Cup qualification. They're currently in 5th, and I can't remember right now how this works because that is a lot of teams that haven't locked it up, I guess. But 33 and 40 points. Of course you've locked it up. But they are near the danger zone, right? Like one win, like if Peru played them and beat them, they'd be in trouble. But that's what's going on there with Chile. Next player. My friends, Jordan Bradford is still with Liverpool. Now, they gave him a raise. 10,250 a week. It was 10,000. But he's now loan. He's only loan listed. And Firenze, is that how you say it? Probably not. Is interested. Do they want him as a starter? That would be interesting, I guess, to find out. Okay, they did loan him out. Okay. That my panic. I mean, it's interesting that he's like, you might put him as like a prospect or a backup or something. Like, I guess not needed means like, please someone come loan him, maybe. And they're loaning him for free because it doesn't have a value next to it, at least from like a monthly contribution. I'm not sure. Yeah, because surely if it's like covering his wages, that wouldn't show up. It's only like if they're making a profit on top of that, is I think how Football Manager lists it, but I could be wrong. But he gets 29 starts, concedes 26, less than a goal a game, got 10 clean sheets, 3 players of the match. 3 players of the match for a goalkeeper is outstanding work on a 6.81. 2 cup starts, 2 conceded, 1 clean sheet on a 6.8, 11 continental starts, 17 conceded. That's kind of, fair play, right? You do play for the Indonesian national team. 6.59. 3. Oh no, that's continental. No, that's in. I guess Nordjylland would probably Europa League would be my guess, and then 3 international starts, none conceded, 3 clean sheets. So my apologies, Jordan. I insulted your international career when you have that's your best stat line for this season thus far. Let's look at the form again. This player's being tracked, but no data is available. I'm not sure why, to be honest with you. Maybe it's because he got loaned out to a league they don't have loaded, but I think I loaded literally every league. That's why it takes 7 to 8 hours to vacation this. All right. So let's take a look at Nordjylland. Where'd they end up? That's not what we want. Oh, there's so many things. Can we go to can I find the stages, please? Game? That's the preliminary phase. So 6th place though. That's a bit nervy. And then they finished 4th in the championship group. Yes. So is that essentially like 4th overall? I don't really know, to be honest with you. Let's just look, when he came in, because I guess he started. I mean, he was the starter, like 29 games, right? That's pretty much a whole season. So, all right. I'm so curious about the player of the match. He didn't start there. 8.1 for that goalkeeper, unless because the goalkeeper is always on top, right? I'm not gonna look at all these. I'm just kind of interested to go did he get player of the match with a 7.2? Like, what gets you a player of the match as a goalkeeper? It's got to be a high rating, right? An 8.1. Let's just look at this one. I can't look at it. Well, that's frustrating. Can I view the match? Player of the match, an 8.1, my friends. Why? Because they had 2 clear-cut chances and 2 half chances, and he didn't let in a goal? I know this is kind of all over the place, but I'm just like, if anything speaks here to you, let me know. What does this mean? On target, maybe? I don't. If you could tell, I don't look at these stats in the game. I'm going to leave. You can pause this. It looks like they had. Okay, yeah, on target. So 1, 2, 3, 4 shots on target with 2 clear-cut chances, 3 half chances, and he kept them out. So that earned him the player of the match. I don't know. I just think it's kind of like, when have you ever had a player get that? in the comments, I know I asked for a lot of like, hey, in the comments, but in the comments, if you've ever had a goalkeeper get a player of the match, let me know. And let me know what they did. Because that, to me, getting 3 of those seems super impressive. That or like the rest of the team is garbage. It could be that. I'm just saying. He's on contract. I mean, this is interesting. He's on contract 1 more season. His list is not needed. So will he get a transfer, or will it be just a loan move and then he's released on a free and then somebody picks him up? It's just interesting that only one club. I mean, he did an all right job in the Superliga. So you're just kind of wondering, right? At least I'm wondering. He fractured his finger, but I mean, essentially went almost 18 months without an injury. Okay, that's 5 minutes on Jordan, so hopefully you enjoyed that. Did we look at Indonesia? They continue to rise up the table. 106th, my friends. 106th. My goodness. And I think, did we already look at this? No, they're currently top of their Asian Nations Cup qualifying, quite on top, right? Like, that's not as close as the other one. It's only 4 points, but I mean, they've almost qualified, to be honest with you. And then we're not gonna look at each game, but did they win the Southeast Asian Championship final? That's what that looks like to me on away goals. Right? Is that, would it be in his milestones? Season of best 11. Maybe it's not over. That did happen, right? Like, I am I crazy? Am I looking at the right year? This happened last season. Wait, they lost. How did I? 3-1. Oh, they lost on away goals. Oh, right. Because it was 3-3. Yeah, okay. That's why it's not listed. All right, let's move on. Yeah, it's funny when I make a mistake like that. I wonder how many people are like in the midst of typing a comment, and eventually I come like, oh, it doesn't always happen though. There's times when you guys leave comments and I'm like, oh yeah, I had no idea about that. So keep them up. Jonathan Needham has moved to Wolves for $45,000 a week. He's got 16 acceleration and agility. He's got 16 decisions and first touch and anticipation and vision and passing. Right. I hope you're enjoying this. I intentionally put this here just for you. This, I don't even know what you call it. The attribute thing. He moved for $18 million from Monterrey. So let's take a look at the last season. 16 starts. That's less than he had. That's 20 games less starting. 2 assists. Did he move in like the January window maybe? 2 assists on a 6.83. 2 international subs on a 6.7. When did he sign his contract? No, in June. Did he get injured? I'm trying to figure out why would Monterrey have not played him. It's because he broke his ankle. Yeah, that'll do it. So he breaks his ankle in January and then he's useless, right? Because by the time you get to the end of the season, right, it's May 12th. If that's not the very end of the season, it's close. And then you got to get your match sharpness up and then they just up and sold him. And then he pulled his ankle ligaments. And I wonder if the transfer was already, lost it. Was already going through. 6/19. He signs on 6/22. They've already agreed. He just hasn't put pen to paper yet. And they're like, oh no, is he going to be injury prone? 50 million euro release clause, my friends. 45,000 a week until 2029 or 21.5 million, which would indicate they got about a fair deal, right? Yeah, we're not going to see. Oh, it's only going to show the games he was eligible for. So there you go, as expected. And then for the Mexican national team, okay, we got to go here. I don't know if I've counted all these correct. I may have gone back to 2023 and saw the previous players. I wonder if you left me a comment on that already. But unused substitute and then goes on as a sub twice against New Zealand and Romania. So kind of meh, but I wonder now, right? Like, where are Wolves? They're in the Premier League. And he had nothing to do with it. So let's go back and look. Last thing we'll look at with him is going to be Monterrey. He impacted the first half of the season, I guess is what we'll call it. Oh no, not this. I've fallen for it again, my friends. I've fallen for it again. I don't... okay. Monterey ends up in... let's just look here. 14th, and they rise to 12th. Okay, so they... in the opening stage... first is... no, closing stage? Opening stage was 12th. Closing stage was 14th. Either way, not good. Either way, I mean, how do you even read that chart? It looks like someone wrote hieroglyphics. I'm moving on to the next player. That's what... yep, you can't stop me. Mike Vitek still with Liverpool, 44 caps, 8 goals, 85K a week. Is he playing? That is the question. Plays 1-2, 1-2s, runs with the ball often, curls ball. How many? Oh. I mean, one more start and 4 less subs as the previous season from a league standpoint. 6.78 versus a 6.7. So he improved. Yeah. Yeah. And in the cup, he was a 7.33 on 2 starts and a sub with the goal versus last season. He was a 7.07 with 2 starts and a sub. Okay. Last season, 9 internationals with 3 goals and a continental with nothing. This season, 6 internationals, no goals, and 1 continental start with a sub. Still not the best. I mean, that's got to be a hard squad to break into, though, you know? Like, that's kind of fair, I guess. Subbed on at 15 here and got a 7.2 against Millwall. Must have been FA Cup, probably. Then Burnley, no rating. Goes full 90 with an 8.0 against Burnley. Nice. On against Barcelona in the 74th minute, 6.5. West Brom, Man United. He started against Man United and against Southampton in kind of back-to-back weeks. I wonder if they had like an injury or something like that. And then Northern Ireland. Going back to here, he's added 10 more games. So Georgia, 6.5, doesn't play against Portugal. Keeps his rating better that way. 6.8 against Iceland. 6.5 against UAE with an assist. Again, how do you... wing back left, I just realized. What? He's been playing... I remember, he's been playing attacking midfield, mostly right, but some left. And now they've got him playing wing back left. Oh, no. Oh, no. He gets a 7.2 against... so that's... I mean, I guess... he can't really tackle, though. It's more like a, I guess, you know, attacking complete wing back, something like that. Maybe they've had a change in formation. That's the only thing I can think of. Whatever it is, it's not working. They've dropped to 78th from 23rd, and they have not been able to turn it around. And they finally have gotten a new manager, Neil Lennon. Anybody here know Neil Lennon? Motherwell, Hibernian. Okay, he's actually of Bolton. Oh, he's at Hibernian right now. Okay, that's fair. And Mike is their key player, as you might expect. How have they done, my friends? World Cup Qualification Group 7. They are in 3rd on 6 points. But they have a game in hand against against Russia. Portugal, to be fair, has 2 games in hand against Russia and 1 against them. But it's not like they're out. Like, it could happen, potentially, if Portugal slips up somehow. And the UEFA Nations League C, relegated. They're going to Group D. They got 1 point against Georgia and Iceland. Georgia with 10 points, shocking the world. That is unbelievable to me. Should that be unbelievable? They're currently 84th in the world. Iceland should be higher. They're 64th. Oh, the Icelandic fans aren't going to be happy about that one, my friends. Skoskar, who's in the comments, will be like, what is happening, right? But overall, because I do have an interest in Liverpool, I just... wait, is he listed? Oh, it's just showing all the positions he could play. I was like, what in the world? Are they using him as a wingback as well? Is he James Milner? Pep's still in charge. That's hilarious in a variety of ways. So they had that region, I think, Karabali. They've got Guedes, who's there. Isco, 33. Salah. Is he gonna... I mean, he apparently just is going to play forever. Vitek coming off the bench. They've got Firmino. They've got this region. Kashawagi still there. I mean, they've got other players on the... I mean, it's crazy. So I'm just trying to figure out, right? Like, it's not just because I like Liverpool. It's like, he's got good attributes. I guess he's happy, right? Rotation, 85K a week. I mean, is there anything really to complain about? He just signed a new contract. So no is the answer to that question. Literally 2 or 3 days ago. Signed a new contract for 85 grand with a 2.4 million loyalty bonus. And he gets a built-in wager. I mean, Mike, I think, is content. Next player. Paul Colombani, still at PSG, 59K on a rotation contract. Was he on like 23? You know, I used to track this stuff, and I know we got people in the comments that are doing that, but me personally, I'm not. Ooh, did not get loaned out. 5 starts, 3 subs, and a goal on a 6-7-8 with 6 international starts, a sub, a goal, 2 assists on a 6-8-6. I mean, let's just look. PSG. Oh, they slipped. Oh, so they've come back. Tuchel's still in charge, and they finally won the league after a drought, as it were. Which I'm guessing that's actually how they looked at it. Any significant injuries? Bruised ankle, bruised foot, slipped disc, out for 5 weeks. That's not good. And twisted ankle for 3 weeks. So had some injuries in there. Went the full 90 twice at the end of the season. Ineligible against Monaco. Why is he ineligible? Is that like groups? No, that wouldn't be group stage of Champions League. No, it's too late in the season for that. Oh, I guess it'd be like, okay, they beat Manchester City and then they played okay. You know, I catch up. Every once in a while, I catch up. Let's take a look at Norway. Right. So picks up 5 more caps, gets injured on international duty. PSG's thrilled about that. A goal and an assist added to his tally. Overall playing okay. Let's actually look at the Norwegian national team. Okay, they've gone from 53rd up to 32nd. They're moving up in the world. All right. Colombani stars in that one. He does not play against the Faroe Islands, probably resting their squad because they played, I guess, their starters against Croatia. No, he was not in that group either. So he hasn't really broken through, is what I would wager. He's like in that second tier, right? If we got a friendly, we want to see some new faces. He comes in, but he's not in the full squad. I mean, he plays in the Nations League, so maybe that 7.2 against Shaqiri, doing all right. Played against Italy in a friendly. Who knows? And then gets injured here on that international duty. How'd they do? They're going up. Wow. To Group A or League A over Switzerland. That is a bit surprising to me. Is that surprising to you? Tries killer balls often, knocks ball past opponent. All right, let me just think about Paul. Next player. His Letland is still with River Plate, but we have bids, my friends. Okay. Okay. Available for loan, not for transfer, but some clubs don't care, and they're going to try and buy him anyway. Sure, and somebody's put an offer. Dynamo Zagreb has put an offer as of yesterday, so we will have to see what ends up with. I mean, it's like, has this kind of broken the ice, and now everybody's going to come rushing in to be like, well, they offered, so let's offer too. Let's take a look at the ratings here. This season, 30 starts, 3 subs, 3 goals, 3 assists, 6.84. 4 cup starts on a 7.05. 8 continental starts on a 7.05. 6 internationals on a 6.78, my friends. Where are they playing him? Left or right? Runs the ball down the right. You'd hope on the right. Because that's, I think that initial lull, right, where he got kind of stuck at Albion and couldn't move, and then he moved to Liverpool FC, and then finally to River Plate. It took him longer than the others to get to, like, a, quote, big club, right? So he's got the physicals, 18 agility, but the technicals are behind. Now, it's not to saying they couldn't catch up. He's got a good work rate, you know, all that kind of stuff, but I think that explains a little bit of why his value might be a little bit less. I mean, he's not complaining. He's making 28 or 29.5 grand a week, right? Okay, so less an attacking midfield and just more of like a straight midfielder, but an inverted one because they're playing him on the left, which is interesting. Gets a brace of assists against Velez. 6.1 against juniors. All right, and then Uruguay. Okay, he's picked up, what is that? No, what? Was that 9 more caps, I think? Doing quick math. 7.2. I mean, doing all right. These 3 games are good. Argentina, Peru, and Paraguay, and then not great against Chile, and then he's unused. That's not his fault. Let's go see. I know, I left out the Uruguayan national team last time. I got a comment about it. I apologize. 5th down to 13th. Sorry. Played against Macedonia, came off with an injury, or came out of the game injured one way or another. Played against Colombia on a 6.5. Didn't play 5 days earlier. Okay. So I wonder where no, they're not out. There's more games. Like, you know, was it to the point where it's like, well, we're out, we might as well play some of our other players, you know? Played against Chile and Argentina on a, I mean, you do a 7.0. I know it's a loss, but against Argentina, I think you can be happy. Let's see how they're doing a World Cup qualification. I know we looked at this, but I forgot. So 24 points, looking pretty safe to stay in, you know, the top 6 to make it through. And then Copa America, they made it to the quarterfinal. They did not. That was, I mean, we probably saw that last time. That's what's going on with Acel Hetland and Uruguay. Where do you think he's going to move of all these places? Pick one, anyone. John Oskatan is still with Bournemouth. He's on 16K a week in a first team contract. But did he actually play? It appears not. 9 starts, 3 subs, a goal, and 3 assists on a 6.81. No international appearances. No nothing. Contract. Still the same contract. How could you be on a first team contract and appear in less than a third of the games and start in less than a fourth of the games? Am I crazy? Okay, out for 11 days. Okay, you got a concussion after the last episode, but that's, you know, heading into the season. Bruised ankle and then pulled ankle. I mean, there's nothing. It's not like he broke a leg, right? Sorry. Hopefully you don't, but that's not the best. Okay, they started playing him. So I wonder if somebody got hurt, right? Like when you see this, he's not playing at all. And then they played him at the end of the season. So did they sell somebody in the January window? Or did somebody get hurt where he's, okay, starting, subbing, start, sub, start, sub, start. So like he came on strong at the end of the season. That was a good game against Huddersfield. But what happened to Bournemouth? They went down, and then this past season they finished 8th. Not the best. And then I don't think he got a cap, did he? Did not get a cap. He kind of fell off there. Huh. They've gone up to 48th. They were at 29th and dropped down to 61st. Goodness me. So yeah, he's not getting into the squad right now. They are currently 2nd behind Germany by 1 point for World Cup qualification. Now they're only 4 games in. They got, what, 6 more to play? Or is it 6? You play every team. There's 5 teams. Should be 10 games total. My math is right. So 6 more games, and it's tight, right? 7 points with Poland. So they're all in the running. San Marino, not a lot of hope for San Marino. I think we all know that. And then I think we saw in the UEFA Nations League that they are going up. Yep. Huh. That's interesting that he's not getting called in, though. Interesting and obviously a tad concerning. I wonder if it has something to do with like his fit. I mean, he's got good ratings, and in my opinion. What do you think is going on with this guy? All right, next player. Marcus From has moved to, I just looked, Manchester United. Pacey Hitman. I've never seen that description. Have you? Lazio and Leverkusen want him on loan. So they're paying him. What has happened? Okay. Last season, 20 starts, a sub, 8 goals, 3 assists, 4 players in the match on a 7.23. Got 6 continental starts, 3 goals on a 6.98. Got 4 international starts, 3 goals on a 7.13. And then looks like a January transfer move for $27 million, where he gets 1 start and 7 subs. I mean, that's a step up, right? You go into the Premier League, you'd expect it to take a little bit, but he gets 2 goals and assists and a 7.33. Now, it could be that like he came in and he got a goal or a brace and an assist in 1 game, and the other ones were like maybe short enough to not give him a rating. We'll look at the form. But wow, 8 international with 14. Okay, I guess that's a combination, but we'll find out. 8.11. Good. Let's okay. January transfer. Yep. 94. Yep. It's as we thought, my friends. Oh, versatile player. Okay, let's take a look. He's getting ratings. I wish I could just go show me league play, so I don't have to guess at some of these being cups or something like that. But 6.5 on at 36, 7.2 with an assist, 7.1. Okay, this is a sub where he didn't do anything, even though it's a longer period of time. Doesn't get a rating. 7.7 against Stoke on in the first minute. So someone, it's like the Liverpool game where, Manchester United used 3 subs in the first half, and Liverpool could take advantage. But comes in, and goes essentially the full 90 on a 7.7. Doesn't get a rating against Southampton. Continental against Barcelona. So he played against Barcelona. That's interesting. But against Sheffield United on a 6.5. Huh. So again, really good rating here, and the other ones pull it down a little bit, I guess. And then for Singapore, still in the mix. Picked up another 8 appearances, all starts, all of them full 90 except 1. I mean, banging in the goals, my friends. This is a bit of a surprise to me, to be honest with you. Starting where he started. 7.1 with a brace against Vietnam. 7.4 with an assist against Jordan. 7.9 against Malaysia with a goal. 9.0 in the Philippines with a brace. 7.5, a 9.0 with a brace. 7.5 with a goal. I see it coming against Jordan. A 9.9 and a 10.0 with 8 goals combined against Guam and East Timor. In what competition? 60 caps, 50 goals. I mean, legend. He's got to be a legend. Is there a way to look at that? I don't even remember. Legends. Star players. He's a star player. I know that's the only one we looked at, but he's crushing it. He's listed as their top player. What competition were they playing in? Asian Cup Quals Group E. And they're not even top of the pops, my friends. He literally carried them to victory. 4 goals and a 4-1 win. I mean, he's the only player for Singapore that scored this entire year in 2025. But it's not been enough. It's not been enough, my friends. They made it to the semifinal leg night. Did he play? Oh, we can't see it. Of course, because who would want to look at that? Again, maybe you can line it up to games that were listed in his, but I'm not going to go back and look at that. So, I can they get through? They're 3 points off, but they've got. A brace, my friends, a brace by his lonesome. He better be. Oh, he's not. Oh, he is the captain. There he is. I can't remember if that was that way last time, but it is now. Any injuries? Concussion? Nope, that was before then. So they are going to try and loan him out, I guess. He is 23, right? So that makes sense. When you go okay, Premier League 23, he'd have to be a special talent to come in and right away start. But he is on rotation. You think he could do a job? All right, let's keep moving. Last but not least, it's Danny Dobson, Benfica. Available for loan, not transfer. Okay. Werder Bremen, Saint Etienne. Okay, Belgium, France, Spain, okay, Switzerland. So I think Young Boys is gonna miss out there personally. That's just me. I don't think when you're going up against the other leagues that you're gonna win that. I would guess Werder Bremen or Saint Etienne would be my guess. Just I don't know. I'm just guessing. Shoes of power tries first time shots. Overall looks all right. Bravery and concentration not the best. That's probably holding him back a little bit, right? If he could concentrate better, that might help. He knows 3 different roles now. Oh, they learned. Yeah, they loaned him to the Bundesliga, so maybe he goes to Werder Bremen then. But I mean, I guess he's also been to Serie A, and who knows where he ends up. I guess. 33 starts, an assist, or a sub, 8 goals, an assist on a 6-7-8. That's 1 every 4. Yeah. 2 starts in a cup, 6.9. 6 international starts with a sub, 4 goals on a 6.94. So that's gone better. Let's go take a look at South Africa. They were at 1.69. They're currently 33rd, my friends. Wow. Okay, and he's not... I mean... He's there. Okay, he was involved. He's like, I was part of the team. So they played, because there's so many games. He played in 2 of the 4 games. I guess that makes sense. Didn't blow it out of the water or anything, but he was in the mix. And they are waiting for the African Nations Cup quarterfinal. Okay, and then World Cup qualifiers. How did they do? Okay, 2. What? No. How many games would be left with 4? You play everybody twice, right? So that'd be 6 games. So okay, early days. They're in the mix. I guess tied on points, but not on goal differential. All right, let's go back to Danny here. Look at the form. Not used, injured. Okay, we'll take a look at the injury here in a second. Let's look at Nuremberg. Oh my, they used him all over the pitch. And he started every time except 1 that he came on. But I mean, that's kind of nice to have, right? You play him at striker, playing him at attacking midfield on the left as like a winger. You can play him at midfield on the left, I'm guessing in like a 4-4-2. That's the only thing that makes sense, I guess. But you can kind of... They Weston McKinney'd him, if you know that name, with Schalke, where it's like you can play center back, right back, defensive midfielder. Like you can play the 8, the 10. Every once in a while, make you a striker, which is probably not good for his development as an American prospect for the future, or potential starter. But anyway, ended the season on a strong note with an 8.4 with a goal and assist. Like you always, if you're gonna leave the loan, like leave it on a high note, right? Some okay results in here, some okay ratings, but yeah, leave on a high note. And then with South Africa, picked on another 13. Oh, not 13 because he wasn't selected or subbed on, but he was involved. And got a goal and assist against Senegal, got a goal against Hungary and Mali and Democratic Republic of Congo. And that's what we see, my friends, with good old Danny Dobson. Will he make a move? If so, where will he go, in your opinion? I'm thinking Werder Bremen. Like, if he's already been to Germany, or maybe he wants to see the world, and he's already been to Germany, and he's been to Italy, and he'll pick, Belgium or France. I guess your odds are better with France because there's more teams that have major interest, but pick what you want. Leave a comment. As always, my friends, we're gonna leave it here. I can't believe Andrew left him as an agent, or maybe Gregg kicked him to the curb. Which one is it? That's where we're gonna leave it, my friends. I'm going to now make this go forward another 7 or 8 hours so we can get to next season. If you've enjoyed this, as always, hit that like button. If you share this with your friends, it means a lot. It really helps out the channel. Again, if you're interested in becoming a patron like those people and Gregg did and are, which I really appreciate, the link is in the description below. If you enjoy my content, it encourages me to make more content. So we're going to leave it there. I appreciate it. Let's do this. Yeah, let's vacation to next year. Woo!